All right, so I am at basically the Air Force Base in Florida, and I met some military people the other night. So, first off, let me just preface this with I don't care about all this nonsense concerning the military. I do not think they fight for our freedom, etc., etc., etc. I believe that God puts kingdoms and kings in place for a specific purpose. All right. And so, this whole guise, and that's what it is that these people are fighting for our freedom, to me, it's fake because what gives us freedom is following the Most High. And so, of course, the devil's ploy is going to be freedom is never free, and thank you, all you soldiers that go overseas and fight for our rights. And you know what? They're doing this. They need blood. They want to kill people. They want to keep the power in the world. The power doesn't actually really come from money. The devil doesn't actually need money to succeed, but he needs some kind of collateral to hold over people so that they might do his will. And money is one of these things. And money is not even backed up anymore in America. There is no gold standard anymore. So it's really just paper that's meaningless. But the reason why there's a gold standard in the first place is because gold is one of the most precious metals to God. You know, he says he refines us as silver and he refines us as gold type deal. So that's why that was there in the first place. So, you know, it just saddens me because I met this young soldier the other night. He was like 22. Apparently it was his birthday. I don't know. He might have just been lying just to talk to me or whatever the deal is. But he, I mean, he's kind of sad because he's like, well, I want to leave the military and go do what I want to do, but he can't because he's in contract with these people. And that's what they do. Like, they hold this contract over your life, and if you try to leave or whatever the deal is, then you pretty much become non existent. People won't hire you, and all this kind of stuff. And it's just not right, you know. It's like you should have the freedom to come and go as you please. The Father never did that to anyone in Israel concerning his soldiers in Israel. You know, if they wanted to come, they can come. If they wanted to go, they can go type deal. And so, you know, if you are in the military as a believer in Christ, you really need to choose who you're going to serve because currently, if you are in the U.S. military, you are serving the country of Babylon or Egypt, however you want to perceive it. It's definitely not the place of freedom, and it's definitely one of these places that are in the Bible in which the Israelites were scattered into, you know. All these things that these people are doing is coming to pass. You know, we're pretty much headed into World War III. And whose team are you going to be fighting on? Because this is really like a spiritual war above anything else. These nations that were fighting in the Bible, every single nation that will be fighting in this war is represented in the Bible in the book of Daniel. You know, it talks about, what is it? I think it might be the whore that sits on 7 mountains or something like that. It also talks about, I'm pretty sure, 10 nations somewhere. But these people are basically refighting this battle. And so, you know, you're either going to be fighting for the United States of Babylon or Egypt, whichever we are, but not asking the Father exactly which one we are. We might be all of it, but put together, depending on where you are. But you're either going to be fighting for them or you're going to be fighting for the Most High under the Commonwealth of Israel. And since we know this war is spiritual, then we know the weapons of our warfare are spiritual as well. And we really should not be getting involved in these kind of battles at all. I mean, the Father literally has the right to wipe you out if you decide to fight for these people. So you guys need to consider what you're doing if you're a believer in Christ. Or even if you're not a believer in Christ and you're in the military, you need to consider what you're doing because this war belongs to the Lord and the Lord only. But yeah, like a lot of these people in the military are also not innocent. Like a lot of them are really working for the devil. I've seen a lot of them with the shaved heads, just like the Freemasons. And, you know, I have family members that were Freemasons with shaved heads and were in the military. And they are all interconnected because these are the soldiers of Babylon and Egypt. So, I mean, what was in Babylon and Egypt? There were wizards, there were warlocks, you know, people trying to copy the works and trying to copy the signs and wonders of the Most High. So they're working for themselves. They got everybody confused about what freedom is. I mean, that's magic right there. And then all these people, these young soldiers are going over to these different places and losing their lives in the guise of freedom. I mean, it's literally wickedness. You know, I just want to warn the military people out there because they're going to come after you first. I know a lot of y'all are innocent and a lot of y'all don't know God. A lot of y'all know God If I were you, I would be resigning from the military. I would not be worrying about what's going to happen afterwards. I would get out of there, turn your life to God, and ask Him what you need to be doing, because they're going to be blowing up camps more than likely. These military, or I don't know what they're called, stations, whatever. They're coming for y'all, because America has absolutely got to fall, and one of the ways that you take out a country is through taking out their military. That leaves the citizens completely unarmed. I mean, if you're in God, you're armed, all right? You'd be like, God, please get me out of this place. You'd be like, you'd be like one of those little Monopoly things. They pick you up and put you over here type deal. So, yeah, I just want to warn you guys, because they don't care about y'all. Like, even my uncle that was in a war or two, he had to wait forever to get his pension. That doesn't make sense, but they're waiting for him to die so they wouldn't have to pay him. But God cares about you. He's going to pay you for what you do. He'll even pay you monetarily for what you do. So I just really feel bad for the military folks out there. Just get out. So you guys be blessed. Have a good one. Bye.